Welcome to today's show, Glucose Harmony, how to take control of your blood sugar. Did you know that our energy, mood, and even our focus are closely tied to our blood sugar levels? And it's not only a concern for people with diabetes, it affects everyone. The challenge is that many foods we eat today are highly processed and low in nutrients, which can cause our blood sugar to rise and fall quickly. When that happens, we might feel tired, irritable, or start craving something sweet. Over time, these ups and downs can negatively impact our overall health. The good news is that even small changes to our daily habits can help keep things steady and leave us feeling more balanced. Let's explore some simple and effective ways to support blood sugar regulation and feel more vibrant each day. Whenever we eat foods with carbohydrates, our body turns them into glucose. Basically, the fuel our cells run on. As glucose enters the bloodstream, our blood sugar rises, and that's when the pancreas steps in. It releases insulin, the hormone that helps move that sugar into our cells to use as energy. When everything works the way it should, blood sugar stays in a healthy range. But sometimes, our cells stop responding to insulin well, a condition known as insulin resistance. That means sugar starts building up in the blood, and the pancreas has to pump out more insulin to keep things in check. Over time, this extra effort can wear the system down, raise blood sugar levels, and set the stage for prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. So, what leads to insulin resistance in the first place? One major factor is eating a lot of saturated fats, which are the kind found in animal people meat, cheese, butter, eggs, and many processed foods. These fats can interfere with the way insulin works, making it harder for glucose to move into our cells. On top of that, many modern diets are heavy in refined foods like sugary drinks, white bread, pastries, chips, and fast food. These calorie-dense but nutrient-light foods are digested quickly, causing blood sugar to spike and then crash. This roller coaster effect not only drains our energy but also puts extra stress on our insulin system, wearing it down over time. The good news is we have control over this through everyday choices. One effective shift is to center meals around fiber-rich, low glycemic foods like vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. These foods help slow the rise of blood sugar after meals and create a steadier energy curve. They also feed the good bacteria in your gut, which play a key role in supporting digestion, metabolism, and overall health. How fast we eat matters too. Wolfing down a meal can trick us into eating more than our body actually needs, since it takes about 20 minutes for our brain to register fullness. When we rush, we also tend to chew less, which speeds up glucose absorption and triggers sharper blood sugar spikes. Research even links fast eating to higher levels of inflammation-related molecules, which can make insulin resistance worse over time. And what is the fix? Slow it down, chew thoroughly, savor each bite, and give your body a chance to catch up. And once we've slowed things down, there's another key piece to consider: how often we eat. Many of us graze from morning until bedtime, keeping insulin levels constantly high and leaving little time for the body to reset. Sure, we fast while we sleep, but late-night snacking can cut that respite short. That's where time-restricted eating comes in. By keeping meals within a 10-hour window during the day and avoiding food late at night, we give insulin levels a chance to drop and the body time to rebalance. Research shows this simple shift can steady blood sugar, support brain health, help manage weight, and even nurture a healthier gut microbiome, lowering inflammation and the risk of metabolic issues. Another factor that can make a real difference in influencing our glucose levels when we eat. Our bodies follow a built-in circadian rhythm, which makes us more insulin sensitive earlier in the day. In other words, the same meal that barely nudges blood sugar at noon can cause a much bigger spike at night. If eating dinner early isn't realistic, try shifting more of your calories to lunch and keeping dinner lighter. Think extra veggies, more vegan protein, and fewer starches. By working with your body's natural clock, you can help keep blood sugar steadier well into the evening. But food timing is only part of the story. Physical activity plays an important role too. When we get active, our muscles draw more glucose from the bloodstream for energy, naturally lowering blood sugar and improving insulin sensitivity over time. Experts recommend about 150 minutes of activity each week, but you don't have to do it all at once. Dividing it into 3 10-minute sessions a day, 5 days a week works just as well. Even simple moves like walking, stretching, or doing squats count. One of the most effective habits? It would be a short 10 to 20 minute walk right after meals, especially dinner when insulin levels dip. A relaxed stroll or even light housework can help steady glucose and prevent spikes. The key is consistency and avoiding long stretches of sitting. And while staying active is key, there's another factor that's often overlooked. That is stress. When we're under pressure, the body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, sending blood sugar higher as part of that fight or flight response. In our busy world, stress can linger, keeping those levels elevated and slowly wearing down insulin function. The good news is, even simple habits can help restore balance. Deep breathing, meditation, gentle yoga, or just spending time outdoors. These moments of calm quiet the nervous system, ease stress hormones, and support a more stable blood sugar level. While managing stress is crucial, 2 everyday basics often fly under the radar: hydration and sleep. Drinking enough water helps the kidneys regulate glucose and keeps metabolism running smoothly. Aim for at least 8 glasses a day and more if you are active or in hot weather. Sleep is just as crucial. Skimping on rest raises cortisol, lowers insulin sensitivity, and fuels inflammation, all of which can throw blood sugar out of balance. To set yourself up for quality sleep, keep a consistent bedtime, avoid screens before bed, and make your sleep space calm, dark, and quiet. Once we've built that foundation with good sleep and hydration, there's another layer to consider: key nutrients that help keep blood sugar in check. Take chromium, for example. It supports carbohydrate and fat metabolism and boosts how insulin works. We can find it naturally in whole grains, green beans, apples, and almonds. Magnesium is another powerhouse, driving hundreds of enzyme reactions, including those that regulate glucose. And what are some of the top sources? Pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, spinach, soy milk, and black beans. And don't forget vitamin D. Low levels are linked to poor glucose control. A little sunshine, fortified vegan foods, or supplements can help keep those levels healthy. And beyond vitamins and minerals, certain natural ingredients can aid in blood sugar control. Vinegar, for example, thanks to its acetic acid, may cut post-meal glucose spikes by 25 to 35% by slowing how quickly food leaves the stomach. You can sip a tablespoon or 15 milliliters diluted in water before meals or use it in salad dressings. Ceylon cinnamon, rich in antioxidants, can mimic insulin's effects and slow carbohydrate breakdown, perfect for sprinkling into oatmeal, smoothies, or tea. And even with all these strategies, one more step can make a huge difference. That is keeping an eye on your blood sugar. This is especially important if you have risk factors like a family history of diabetes, excess weight, high blood pressure, low activity levels, or a history of gestational diabetes. The tricky part is that high blood sugar often develops slowly with no clear symptoms until it's well advanced. Warning signs to watch for include excessive thirst, frequent urination, fatigue, blurred vision, or unexpected weight loss. If you notice any of these indicators, check in with a healthcare provider for proper testing and guidance. From choosing colorful, fiber-rich vegan meals to slowing down at the table and taking that post-dinner stroll, such effective everyday habits can help keep your blood glucose steady and your energy soaring. The best part, they're simple enough to start today. Here's to feeling balanced, vibrant, and ready to enjoy life's sweet moments without the sugar spikes. Wishing you health, happiness, and plenty of good days ahead.